latest human quest is immortality and divinity. We're all trying to be superhumans. Is that actually happening?
Yes, in places like Silicon Valley, equality is out, but immortality is in. Everybody's talking about immortality. Google has just established 2 or 3 years ago a sub-company called Calico, whose stated aim is to solve the problem of death. We've solved search, now we'll solve death. And they are not the only ones. And basically they are saying death is not some metaphysical phenomenon. We don't have to wait for the second coming of Christ in order to solve it. A couple of geeks in a laboratory can do it.
Are they doing it?
Yeah, they are investing billions in that. Not only them, but all over the world. Basically, there are 3 ways. You can use biological engineering to change the human body, to speed up natural selection. You can use cyborg engineering, which is combining organic with inorganic parts, and you can create completely inorganic life forms. It will be not only the greatest revolution in history, it will be the greatest revolution in biology ever.
Will we still be human?
Not in the sense that we understand humanity today.
Shalom, shalom Israel. First and foremost, we'd like to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. The honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching, teaching His word in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Shapal from James Jamaica Camp. The quick lesson. And as you can see, Esau is back at it again, man. Well, Esau never stopped, but Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? That's his biblical name, Esau, right? Edom, right? Where the biblical Israelite, where the scripture speak of. Right, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians. You know what I mean? The Lord's name is Yahweh Shai. The Most High name is Yahweh. Right? Those are their names in the Hebrew. Yahweh means he is. Right? I used to be. Right? And Yahweh Shai, which means he delivers, or he's the deliverer. Right? Now, when we look, man, Esau Edom is trying to upset the blessings that was given unto us, right? And what that blessing entails is salvation, right? To be saved from our enemies, rulership over the whole entire earth, right? And also immortality, man. That's also a part of the blessing. Now, Esau, right? Esau, as it referred to in the book of Genesis, right, had a perpetual hatred because Jacob, you know what I mean, which was set up in the spirit that Esau, you know what I mean, the firstborn, you know what I mean, the firstborn was supposed to get a blessing, but it was set up in the spirit that Jacob, you know what I mean, would receive that blessing. So Jacob supplanted Esau, you know what I mean, and has received the blessing, you know what I mean. And you know the scripture telling in Genesis that when he said, "What the days of mourning for my brother is at hand, if I would slay the days of mourning for my father's slack is at hand." So you know he would slay his brother, and you know the scripture continued that he kept his hatred forever. You know what I mean, perpetual hatred that he has against Jacob. Right now, he also had gotten a blessing, which is a sword. You know what I mean. And, you know what I mean, he has gotten control over the years. Now, it's coming to the turn wherein the tail is going to be turned, you know what I mean, the hand held Esau, and Jacob held Esau's heel, you know, signifying the pulling down of his kingdom, and we're reaching at that time, you know what I mean, where his kingdom will come to an end. Now, what he's trying to do is to get the blessings, you know what I mean, which is the immortality part of it, you know what I mean, that him can live on. Somehow we think that the Most High is on par with the Most High because he's been ruling and he's been set up in a high place. And scripture speak about the pride of thy heart that deceived thee. Now, let me get into some scripture because this specific part of the video which we're going to play back shows you the pride of his heart.
That the latest human quest is immortality and divinity? We're all trying to be superhumans? Is that actually happening?
Yes, in places like Silicon Valley, equality is out, but immortality is in. Everybody's talking about immortality. Google has just established 2 or 3 years ago a sub-company called Calico, whose stated aim is to solve the problem of death. We've solved search.
So they're trying to solve the problem of death, right? Meaning they're trying to live forever. Immortality, the much I. Right? Psalm 68 and verse 19. The point is at verse 20. So blessed be the Lord who daily loaded us with benefits, even the God of our salvation. So he is our God. Right? It's like he that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto Yahweh belongeth the issue from that. Right? You read it in the NLT. It's like in the NIV. It says, our God, a God who saves from sovereign Lord. From the sovereign Lord comes escape from death. Right? So whether you live or whether you die, right? Whether the Lord save you, whether the Lord put you to death, right? It's only the Most High can do that, man. Long life, short life, whatever it may be, immortality, mortality. He is the only one that controls that key. Get another scripture. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 8. It's already marked. It's a there is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death. There is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness be delivered to those that are given to it. So there is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit. Saying, so whether the spirit that dwells in you, when the Lord ready for it, you know what I mean, you can't, there's no war, you know what I mean? He's the Father of spirit, man. He give it and he take it. You know what I mean? And that is why this man fear the Lord. And that is why we fear, because we know who the power belong to. You know? We know who the true power belong to, man. Not Esau Edom. Because anything Esau Edom create is synthetic. Right? Him don't even know if I'm going to live to see tomorrow. So how you going to create something where you are supposed to give you eternal life? The scripture said the pride of thine heart that deceived thee, man. You're being deceived. Right? Let's get back to the video again. There's some
now will solve death. And they are not the only ones. And basically they are saying death is not some metaphysical phenomenon. We don't have to wait for the second coming of Christ in order to solve it. A couple of geeks in the laboratory can do it.
Are they doing it?
Yeah, they are investing billions in that. Not only them, but all over the world.
So they don't have to wait till Christ comes. You know, that's the whole thing. What these men are because these men don't really believe in our power. You know, he's a perfect opposer. See? He's a perfect opposer. This is 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. Right, so let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, Esau Edom. Now he's being revealed, who oppose it and exalt it himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, right? So that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now you know what we told it, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Right? Only he now will let until he be taken out of power. Right? So it's coming very soon, when this man will get taken out of power. Then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So now, we as the prophets, we're the spirit of the Lord's mouth, right? This word that we're speaking, right? It's straight from the lips of the Most High on high, down. You know what I mean? Saying, so, now we're speaking his downfall, and he had no choice but to do whatsoever we speak, because the words are not from us. It's prophesied that he's going to do such things with us, to bring it out to the Lord said, you know, those say the Lord, and he's doing it, man. And he's being consumed, because now the world know who he is, you know. He's being exposed, right? But very soon, man, the Lord will destroy, man, with the brightness of his coming, as what the scripture said. Even him who's coming is, even him, right, whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all power and lying wonders, all power and sign and lying wonders, right? So he's speaking about this man, which we know is Esau Edom, right, who is after the workings of Satan, right? So he's a physical manifestation of the spiritual demon, right? All his ways and everything, Satan. This is Esau, man, right? With all power and signs and lying wonders. And this is one of them signs, you know what I mean? And this is what I'm trying to do, because now we have a Neuralink, right, where you can put brain chip implants into the brain, right, which we see him do research on monkeys to bypass the spinal cord, right, and so that the brain signal, right, which the chip is planted in the brain, send signal, right, to the legs, you know, bypass the spinal cord that is been fractured, right? So you have them do it in with monkeys. So you have monkeys that were disabled or crippled, right, with a broken back or broken spinal cord, is now walking. So now him think that him can actually manifest life into an object. You know, the only way I can do that is if him put a chip in something, man, and control it, right? You know, he's trying to merge machine with humans with machines, so that he can live longer, right? Because right now when you look, a lot of the Rothschilds men are dropping like flies, and they realize all what them work for them can no longer enjoy it or see it come to pass, right? Them want if you see them new world order come to pass, man, but they're dropping like flies, because they have no control over that. So this is why research is being done, so that them can do what? Them can more try to control that part of life, man. But it's not for them to control. And that's what Esau not getting. That's what this devil is not getting, man. Let us continue the video on this.
Basically, there are three ways. You can use biological engineering to change the human body, to speed up natural selection. You can use cyborg engineering, which is combining organic with inorganic parts. And you can create completely inorganic life forms. It will be not only the greatest revolution in history, it will be the greatest revolution in biology ever.
Will we still be human?
Not in the sense that we understand humanity today.
That's right. Because you cannot, the spirit don't live in an object like that, man. You know what I mean? You can't, the Lord controls spirits. You understand? As the scripture we read in Ecclesiastes, it's sure, you know, it's a father of spirits. Right? 2 Ezra 7 and verse 43, it says, let's start verse 42. He said, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory do it abide. Therefore, have they prayed for the weak. Verse 43, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, when corruption is past. So, speaking about this destruction of this kingdom, right? And also the destruction of these bodies, these corruptible bodies, man, right? Because the bodies that we're in is subjected to sin, right? And corruption and all manner of evil. But the bodies that we're going to get Scripture says we shall be changed in the twinkling of an eye, right? Is on high, is on heaven, man, right? Scripture speak of body celestial and body terrestrial, right? And the power and the usage of each body, right? So that is the blessing, or part of the blessing that we're going to receive of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's not going to be given to us by any man. It's going to be given to us by the Most High himself that created everything that you're looking at. Esau is just a low life trying to imitate or to upset the blessing, man. You know? Crazy. All right, so this is, let's get 1 Corinthians 15, and we start at verse, there's a lot. We start at verse 44. Matter of fact, let's just get a point. I don't make this lesson too lengthy. One can read it. 1 Corinthians 15. All right. All right. Let's start at verse 47. So the first man is of the earthly, and the second man is of the Lord heavenly. So it's speaking about Adam, which was Yahushai. All right. Adam, right, was made of the flesh, you know, and then, you know, I mean, as we said, you know, we know that was Yahushai, the first man. Now, when he's coming back to set things right. But as it's stated in the scripture, he's not coming to meet thee as a man. See? So he's coming back in his angelic form, in that new body. Right? And that's what he's speaking about, man. Right? Verse 48. As is earthly, such are they also that are earthly. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. Right? Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, neither do it corruption inherit incorrupt. Right? So if the kingdom, these bodies have to change basically, man. Because we can't keep the laws and statutes because it is subjected to sin. As Jude is referred to in the book of Jude, as chain of darkness. You know? So we have to change in a body where we're not going to go off. Right? We can be subjected to righteousness in those bodies. Now I say, brethren, that flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, neither shall corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I say, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed, right? In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, when at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall all be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruptible, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruptible, and this mortality shall put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass that the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. So we're not going to die no more, man. See? So we're going to put out these corruptible bodies and this immortality, and we're going to put on immortal bodies, right? Verse 55, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Right? Let me get another scripture for close off. This is Philippians 3 and verse 21. So who shall change our vile bodies that it may be fashioned like to his glorious body? Right? According to the workings whereby he is able to subdue all things unto himself. Since Yahushai conquered death. You know what I mean? Yahushai conquered death. Saying, and that was just a preview, right, for what to come. And I mean the blessing, and that gives us hope. Right? Scripture says greater miracles than what Yahushai did, we're going to do hereafter. Right? So We know that Yahweh shall conquer death. So we also are going to inherit such things. Lord's will continue on to the end, man. You know? So basically, the blessing is for us and not for Esau. And no matter what I'm try, you know, it not ever be that way, man. Because you can't upset the blessing. You know what I mean? You're trying to upset the blessing. You're trying to say that the Lord is null and void, you know? And he's not powerful as he is and whatever. But we know that the Lord is basically working with him on the left-hand side, you know? So, we that want to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kodash. Give our honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching, teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.